Shiv Sena Minister Pratap Sarnaik was heckled by MNS workers during a protest in Mira Road, Thane, over the Marathi pride issue. It's sparked by an assault on a shop owner for not speaking Marathi. The MNS rally faced police restrictions, leading to detentions. This incident highlights tensions within the Shiv Sena BJP alliance and a broader political clash over the Marathi identity that comes just months ahead of crucial elections. Let me now get in my colleagues joining me live on this. Anuj joins us from the Maharashtra Assembly. Radhika joins us from Boli Police Station. Thank you so much, both of you. Let me go straight across first to Anuj. Walk us through what's the latest that's unfolding right now.
Well, the protests ended almost an hour and an hour back. The latest that we got from the assembly was a very dramatic visual of a very senior leader from Shiv Sena faction, someone considered to be very close to Eknath Shinde, Pratap Sarnaik, literally running out of the assembly to join the protests, only to realize that 50 minutes later, when he was at the protest site, he was not allowed by the protesters to be a part of it. Now, this sheds light on the broader question of the position of Shinde Sena in this entire matter, as you've already mentioned about it earlier. Shiv Sena, as we've been saying it all day, is one of the three major stakeholder parties as far as Marathi voters in the MMR region is concerned. Of course, Eknath Shinde has built an electoral legacy by talking about how he is the successor to the ideological legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray, and a very close element to Balasaheb Thackeray's ideological legacy is the Marathi language. And on this Marathi language issue, while we have both the Thackeray brothers on one side protesting very hardly, with all the metal against the government, we have Shinde, who is going against the popular notion of what he thinks the Marathi Manus here of the state, or especially of the city, thinks. We know that the BJP has got this notion attached to it of it being slightly more favorable to the North Indian voters here in the city, and the statements by Ashish Shelar, where he said that injustice to non-Marathis will not be tolerated, did not help that cause. And that is why one can see that this bit of desperation in Shinde Sena is leading to different ministers or different leaders taking their own independent ways. While on one hand we have Sanjay Nirupam, going out of his way to police station along with Rajeshwari More, in a way leading the political discourse against MNS over the Rail Javed Sheikh case. On the other hand, you have someone like Pratap Sarnaik who speaks in assembly, as a minister. He speaks in support of the Marathi Ekikaran Samiti. He speaks in support of the protesters, the majority of whom are MNS workers, and in fact even makes a point to go and try and participate in that protest. So it'll be interesting to see where does this equation between the Mahayuti parties goes ahead, especially on the Marathi language issue.
Absolutely. Indeed. Anuj, stay with us. I want to now rope in Radhika for more in terms of what's really happening in terms of the cases that are there. First, the assault case, and since then, much has happened. Radhika, bring us up to speed with the latest that's unfolding.
That's right. We spoke to Rajshri some time back. In fact, she was at the police station once again, wanting to add some additional sections to the FIR. Will that happen? We are not entirely certain. We know for a fact that be it the abuse case connected to Rajshri or any other MNS vandalism or violence case, none of those people have been arrested. In fact, they were just detained and released, and very mild and lenient sections were added to the FIR. So we've been seeking answers from the police officials as well as from the state government as to why such leniency shown towards the MNS goons, to which they say that probe is ongoing. If required, we will add additional sections. As far as Rajshri is concerned, she is standing by her fight as far as this Marathi versus non-Marathi issue is concerned. She feels that both the people, both the languages should be treated with respect, and that is what she is fighting for. And she has some message to the state government as well as to Raj Thackeray to ensure that this fight doesn't continue and make sure that MNS doesn't continue taking law into their hands. But as far as police action is concerned, hardly any action. A few sections been added, all of them bailable and non-cognizable, and also some of them just calling for penalty. Besides that, no stringent sections, no strict action, and absolutely no arrests as far as these MNS thugs are concerned.
All right, I'm going to leave it there. Radhika Ramaswamy bringing us up to speed with the case per se. Remember the assault case and the latest in terms of Radhika More, and Anuj bringing us up to speed with the politics of this entire case. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks much, both of you, for joining us on the broadcast. Viewers, the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, led by Raj Thackeray, staged a protest in Mira Road, Thane, to counter the demonstrations against MNS workers slapping a shopkeeper for not speaking Marathi. But police detained several MNS activists, including leader Avinash Jadhav, for defying rally restrictions. The incident, dubbed Slapgate, sparked widespread outrage. And NDTV viewers has been getting you every aspect of this shocker of a story coming in from Maharashtra, when it has forced the police to swing into action, enforce the rule of law amidst accusations of MNS's brazen rowdyism. MNS workers demanded that everyone in Maharashtra must speak Marathi, threatened consequences, while Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis cited improper rally routes as the reason for police action. The clash that involved Shiv Sena UBT leaders and heavy police deployment highlights escalating tensions over Marathi identity and MNS's aggressive tactics ahead of local elections. In fact, Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis emphasized that the MNS should have collaborated with the authorities to select an appropriate rally route, avoiding one that posed significant traffic issues, and noted that permission for a morcha was required, which was denied due to the party's insistence on their chosen path despite being offered an alternative, underscoring that Maharashtrians are broad-minded, not parochial people. In fact, Shiv Sena UBT leader Ranjan Vichare and senior MNS leader Nitin Sardesai joined the protesters at Mira Road, amplifying the overall visibility of the demonstration that was underway. Let's quickly, in fact, listen in to some reactions that have come in on this story.
महाराष्ट्र में किसी भी मोर्चे को इजाजत है, ये लोकतांत्रिक राज्य है, कोई भी मोर्चा निकालना चाहे तो परमिशन लेकर निकाल सकता है, लेकिन जब कोई परमिशन लेता है तो उसका रूट किस प्रकार से होना चाहिए। अगर रूट में कई ट्रैफिक के प्रॉब्लम्स है, अगर रूट में कोई ऐसी जगह है कि जहां पर स्टैम्पिड जैसी अवस्था हो सकती है, कुछ ऐसी चीजें होगी तो पुलिस रूट चेंज करने को कहती है। तो मैंने जब पुलिस कमिश्नर से पूछा तो पुलिस कमिश्नर ने मुझे कहा कि हमने उनको रूट चेंज करने के लिए कहा था, लेकिन वो एडमेंट थे कि हमको ये रूट लेना है, इसलिए पुलिस ने उसको नकारा है।
प्रयोगशाला के तौर पर देखा जा रहा है क्या? मीरा रोड जो है, जो राजनीति की नई प्रयोगशाला के तौर पर देखा जा रहा है क्या?
देखिए, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैं महाराष्ट्र के मिजाज को जानता हूं। महाराष्ट्र का मिजाज ऐसा है कि इस प्रकार के प्रयोग यहां चलेंगे नहीं। जो मराठी आदमी है वो बड़े दिल का है, क्योंकि भारत पर जब आक्रमण हुआ तो मराठी आदमी ने केवल महाराष्ट्र का विचार नहीं किया, पूरे भारत का विचार किया। इसलिए मराठी आदमी कभी छोटा सोच नहीं सकता, कभी संकुचित सोच नहीं सकता, इसलिए कोई प्रयोग करने की कोशिश भी करे तो नहीं हो पाता।
नहीं, ये बिल्कुल राजनीति नहीं है। उन्होंने जिस जगह पे परमिशन मांगी है वहां पे शायद कायदा सुव्यवस्था का प्रश्न निर्माण हो सकता है, इसलिए हमने उनसे कहा है कि आप जगह बदलिए, आपको परमिशन दी जाएगी, लेकिन वो जगह बदलने के लिए तैयार नहीं है। तो वहीं पे बात अड़ी है। और देखिए, व्यापारियों ने जो भी वहां पे मोर्चा निकाला था उन्होंने भी परमिशन नहीं ली थी, उनके ऊपर गुने हमने दाखिल किए थे। उसी अनुसार कायदा सुव्यवस्था ये अबाधित रखना ये हमारी जिम्मेदारी है, तो उस हम कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं।
पूरा मामला ये क्या हुआ था, परवानगी नहीं मिली है, उसके बाद जो है MNS कार्यकर्ता लगातार यहाँ पहुँच रहे हैं। अभी तक हमने क्या कार्रवाई की है? सुबह से आप लोगों ने यहाँ पर पूर्ण तरीके से यहाँ पर लगाया हुआ था अपने लोगों को, पुलिसकर्मी जो है वो भारी तादाद में मौजूद थे, क्या हुआ है?
सबसे महत्वपूर्ण ये बात है कि यहाँ से मोर्चा निकालना सही नहीं था, क्योंकि इस जगह पे कुछ दिन पहले एक घटना हुई थी जिसके कारण यहाँ पे एक अपराध दर्ज है, कानूनन कार्रवाई की जा रही है। अभी इसी जगह पे इकट्ठा होना और यहीं से मोर्चा निकालना ये कानून व्यवस्था के लिए सही नहीं था। उस कारण हमने इस मोर्चा को परवाना नहीं दी है और कहीं सही जगह से, कोई दूसरी जगह से सही रूट से परवाना के लिए वो अर्ज करते थे, आवेदन करते थे, तो उसके बारे में हम सोच सकते थे कि उसके बारे में कैसी व्यवस्था रखी जाए।
मीरा रोड पुलिस पर MNS कार्यकर्ताओं का ये आरोप है कि उन्होंने जो शॉपकीपर्स ने कुछ दिन पहले यहाँ से मोर्चा निकाला था उनको परवानगी दी थी और उनको परवानगी नहीं दी है, इसी के लिए वो इस तरीके की चीजें कर रहे हैं।
नहीं, ये पूरा गलत है। उनको भी परवाना नहीं दिया गया था और उनके ऊपर भी अपराध दर्ज है, उनके ऊपर कानूनन कार्रवाई की जा रही है।